insert Dustin Poirier. So I'm just saying, DC, I don't know a lot about it. You're Islam's guy or he's your guy. What is going on there? And what's the diagnosis in terms of length? And if you want to go back to the girls, I'll be here all day.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're back on track. And that's the thing, right? There was a time whenever they were saying, okay, DC, we got to get a new co-host. And they said, you and Chill P might be too much because you both tend to drift. And then finally they go, let's give it a shot. And it's worked swimmingly. But at times, you and I will talk about girlfriends, we'll talk about wrestling, and they can't really get us on track. But Islam, let's try to stay focused. Islam, when I was talking to him last weekend, I said, well, what happened, champ? He goes, he said he broke something in his hand. It was a little different because everybody was around and they were all going crazy because Umar had won. But he spoke to me a little bit about the injury. I don't quite remember. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning in Abu Dhabi. But he said it shouldn't last too long. But he will not be ready by October. You get hurt at times. Islam Makhachev has been active. He fought in October in Abu Dhabi against Alexander Volkanovski. He fought in April in Newark. Chill, it was not Atlantic City. Don't you dare make us think of Atlantic City when we don't have to. Don't try to put us into that hellhole when we don't have to go to Atlantic City. Had that pay-per-view been in Atlantic City, by the way, I would have called off of work. It would have been John Anik, Joe Rogan, and someone else because I'm not going to Atlantic City. But in Newark, Islam fought Dustin Poirier. So he's fought twice very recently. If he was to fight in October, it would have been 3 fights in the calendar year. There is no need for an interim championship. Chill, when in the world did we start to speak titles into existence? Could you imagine, Chill, if when you were chasing down Anderson Silva and you go, well, I'll fight for the interim title. He ain't ready in 6 months. And they just said, okay, Chill, you get to fight Brian Stann. You would have said, oh my God, I'm about to be a world champion. It's like, who does Sarukian fight for an interim championship? It's like, why are we creating belts or at least trying? Look, in terms of the athlete, I'm like, yo, give me the interim title. I want some form of that belt. But it just doesn't need to be when the champions fought twice in 7 months and is not going to be gone for that long. But it also presents an opportunity, Chill, for other guys to go, hey, man, an interim title? Dustin Poirier is like, I'd fight him. Like, of course, Dustin, he just fought for the belt. It didn't work out. So give me another opportunity.